One summer morning, not so very long ago, a wonderful old bus rattled and banged through the Arizona desert. Within the bus were a number of children. As they drove along, the driver told them stories about the marvelous things they were seeing. The engine of the old bus was so noisy, he had to tell his stories louder and louder to be heard. Suddenly,
it's gonna stop by itself. Oh, it's breaking down. What's going on? I bet the engine's on fire. Ooh, there's smoke. Oh my God.
The engine died.
The engine died.
Poor engine.
The engine died. Stranded out here in the middle of nowhere, and the engine died.
the bus, the children, and the man were stranded, out in the middle of the desert. How quiet it was. How alone they felt. For it seemed they were the only living things for miles around. As the old engine cooled and the day grew hotter, the man drew pictures of the things around them. He drew a picture of the old bus and of the mountain in the distance, with ravens flying high above the desert.
There's not much out there. Sure is empty.
Not even the desert is empty.
He told them how they were surrounded by living things. The man then drew a picture of a lizard that came by. On the back of the lizard, he drew a strange design, and the children wondered what it meant. He told them it was an Indian symbol he used to show that a thing is full of life and power.
The world is filled with living things. No matter where you live, if you look closely, you'll see life all around.
Is the bus alive? You said it died, and so it must have been alive. I know it moved and it drank gasoline, and it made a noise. I don't understand. How can you tell the difference between what is alive and what isn't?
There are certain things plants and animals can do that non-living things like a bus or a mountain cannot do, the man told the little girl. He explained why plants and animals are living things. Living things can grow. They can respond to the world around them. They can make other living things like themselves.
Hey, look what we found.
The children found a desert tortoise. The man explained that the tortoise may look like a rock, but unlike the rock, it grows bigger as it gets older. And the hard shell is a living, growing part of the tortoise. The desert tortoise grows very slowly, but it grows nonetheless.
It looks like a lizard with a shell.
Some things grow quickly. The flower stalk of a century plant grows very rapidly, as much as 8 inches a day. In order to live and to grow, plants and animals must have air, food, and water. But some living things get food and water in unusual ways. The man drew a picture of a kangaroo rat, and he told them how this amazing animal can live without drinking water at all. From the dry seeds it eats, a kangaroo rat makes water within its body and can use it over and over again. The Gila monster can store food in its tail in the form of fat, and it can use that stored food for a long time. A cactus, like other green plants, makes its own food. When it rains, the cactus soaks up water and saves it in its stem for a sunny day. The children, not as well suited to the desert as these plants and animals, became thirsty and hungry, and the day was getting very hot. So they moved to the shadow of the bus for lunch. There was an anthill nearby, and the ants must have been hungry too. When the children disturbed the ants began to bite.
Ow! Ow! Oh, ow!
I can tell you are certainly living things, the man said. All living things actively respond to the world around them. An animal is bitten by ants or by fleas, and it scratches to ease the itching. It is hot, so animals seek shade. Plants too respond and adapt to the world around them. The cottonwood grows along stream beds where there is a good source of moisture. A cactus has spines that protect it from animals and provide some shade from the sun. Some plants even respond to touch. One of the things in the desert that would not respond to touch or to wrenches or to anything else was the old broken bus. It simply would not start, no matter what. And so the afternoon passed, lazy and long. The children dozed and dreamed and thought about what they would do when they were home again. And some of them watched a flight of great birds circling high above the desert floor.
Look at those birds. Look how they fly.
The man told them the birds are called vultures, which feed on animals that have died.
What's dead over there?
The man told them he didn't know for sure. Maybe a deer that died of thirst, or a coyote that died of old age.
All living things will die. It's nature's way.
The man showed the children the skeleton of a cow that had died nearby.
These animal bones and woody stems will never grow again. They are now non-living things. Like even the best machines, living things wear out. A day will come when they will never work anymore.
Even if the plant or animal has enough food and water and escapes all dangers, it will still one day die, because all living things must. Death is very sad, one of the children said. In his native Indian language, the man agreed. He also said there is another way to look at death that is not sad at all. He took the children to a place nearby where another cactus had died. A lizard had made its home here, and he showed them where honeybees had made a nest in the old stem. The dead cactus was filled with living things. Soon there would be more new life where death had been.
Living things have young. They can make living things like themselves. They reproduce. And this is the great wonder and mystery of life. Something the bus, the mountain, a dry stick, and the rock can never do.
The giant cactus has flowers. From its flowers come fruit, with tiny black seeds that may grow to become new cactus plants. Doves and tortoises lay eggs, and from the eggs hatch their young. The ground squirrel gives birth to baby ground squirrels, and life goes on. Like a good song we sing that never ends. The day passed. Shadows grew longer. It was not as hot as it had been before. And a breeze stirred the dry grass at the side of the road.
It feels good to be alive.
You got it right there. To be alive is a good thing. I just wish this bus would start, because it's going to get dark pretty soon.
The man told the children they would make one last try to start the bus before settling down for the cold desert night. Not that spending the night in the desert would be that bad. In fact, it would be an adventure. But still, it had been a long day, and they looked forward to their very own beds. It seemed every living thing in the desert held its breath. The wind grew still, and the children crossed their fingers. Then, miraculously, and before he could stop himself, the man heard himself exclaim,
It's alive!
but of course, he knew better. The old bus is just a bus, certainly not alive. Will it grow? Will it find shade from the sun or scratch an itch? Will it have little buses? Certainly not. But it will carry them all beautifully along through the mountains and the desert and home again, perhaps in time for dinner.